Hey, Shalawam, we the GMS Louisiana Saints, the New Orleans camp, here to bring you a quick lesson. Prior to get started, we want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahawah,
Yahweh,
Yahuwah,
Bahasham,
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 Yahawashi,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Bahasham,
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 Yahweh.
Rakatash.
Rakatash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught us the truth. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect, you Akim, and Aqua that believe. And we pray that this lesson be edifying. And Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalawam.
So, man, we're gonna hop straight into it, man. This lesson is gonna really go into, for the ladies first and foremost, but also for ye simple men of Israel. We need to understand that the Lord is a man of order. He's a man of power also and a man of war of many things, but order is something that is definitely needed in the house of Israel. Okay, and as we know, the entire house of Israel is out of order. You know, but we could kick it off with that First Corinthians.
Okay. This
Baba Kasha.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order.
Khan. All things, all things throughout life. It's a hierarchy in things. It's a ranking in things. That's how everything flows. It has to be some type of order for something to flow. If it's not, if something is not in order, it's going to be complete chaos. And that's exactly what we're going through right now, living in Babylon. Babylon is the place where who cares about order? Be what you want to be, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, and that's not the case. It's rules and regulations to this thing, and we are the people that are supposed to be subjected to these rules and regulations.
I got a precept for you.
Con, you got it, brother.
Hey, just to back up what you were saying, the Most High ordained everything to be in its set and in proper order from the very beginning. And if things were governed by the laws, statutes, and commandments and the ways of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, hey, the world would be in perfect harmony and balance as it was always meant to be. But hey, we went off, and these heathens are ruling now, and the wicked of our people are following after them. So that's why this whole world's chaotic and upside down. But this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 42. I'm gonna start at 21. He hath garnished the excellent works of his wisdom, and he is excellent. It's like, and he is from everlasting to everlasting. Unto him may nothing be added, neither can he be diminished, and he hath no need of any counselor.
Con, you got it, brother.
Oh, kind.
Break it down.
Point blank, period. He hath garnished the excellent works of his wisdom. And when you garnish something, that means you may know what that word means off the dome, Amawad.
God, it's like you putting it in order.
Kind.
You're arranging it.
Kind. I just wanted to get the exact definition for it. Kind. To decorate or embellish. He's decorated this existence, so to speak, with his excellent works, his order. Everything works in tandem with each other if it was governed by the ways of the Most High. But again, clearly, since it's not, everything's out of order. You've got women ruling over men wanting to be women, children out of order, nature, the list goes on and on. And he is from everlasting to everlasting. And meaning, hey, even though we're in this little stage of things being out of order, the Most High is from everlasting to everlasting. So once everything is finally back in order, everything that he's decreed from the beginning, the righteous way, the right way, is going to be set back in order, and that's going to be the way of things, the path of existence for eternity. And once we're back in the kingdom and back in our right mind, and when we are back in our right mind, and we're under the new covenant, and the law, statutes, and commandments are in us, everybody's going to be in their right order. They're going to have no choice but to follow the orders.
Hold on, we're under the new covenant right now.
I forgot.
Come on, man.
I forgot. We should just end the video right now. Salakia.
But yeah, also under this word garnish, it says to beautify. When you beautify something, you're making it symmetrical. Like what makes someone beautiful is You know, their nose, eyes, mouth is right where it's supposed to be. When things are out of order, it gets ugly.
And what did they try? What does Esau try to push? That abstract art, that
Yeah,
what they call it, postmodernist art, where you're
yeah,
looking at squares and deformed people, but
yeah,
that's beauty.
yeah.
That's another thing
Con.
about this society. Which is out of order. If you notice in the media now, they never really put a good looking woman in there anymore. They put some fat, masculine woman. They put a
Yeah.
weak, effeminate man. Beauty is looked down upon in this society because Esau pushes for mediocrity because he has a spirit of mediocrity. So,
Con,
but hey, just to
Con.
back up what you said, what does it say in the scriptures? He shall beautify the meek with salvation. Hey,
con.
he's going to garnish us with salvation, which is what? Us
Order.
under the new covenant, us being back in order, hence the world being back in perfect harmony and order.
Con. You know, and the perfect example of being in order is, you know, sad to say, other than us, the animals are more in order than we are. You know, so because the animals, they got certain animals that are here to eat other animals to stop, you know, diseases and shit from spreading. You
The
know,
circle
that
of
they
life.
do. Yeah, the circle of life. There's certain things that they know that they have to do, and they stay in line with it. And that is a creation of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So how much more? You know, we are better than the animals. We have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of everything. But how come we can't fall into order with the things that we need to do? Okay, and also to understand that we are not free from it as men. We're not saying that, you know, I mean, obviously we are saying that women need to be in order and be in subjection to their men, but also too, we need to be in order of Yahweh Shai. We're under Yahweh Shai, and that's going to go into this next precept. First
Kind.
Corinthians 11:3. Baba
You mind
Kasha.
if I finish this one out real quick?
Oh, kind. You
Kind.
got it, brother.
Unto him may nothing be added, neither can it be diminished. The Most High set everything again in its perfect order, and you cannot add to the Most High's works or take away from it, which is what this devil tries to do, and hence why the world is out of course. And he hath no need of any counselor. The Most High doesn't need anybody to dictate to him how things should be, how perfection should be. Hence, once this scumbag Esau is taken out of place, and the kingdom of heaven is set up, and everybody's back in their righteous order, everything's going to work in tandem like a perfectly well-ordered machine, which is going to go into this Corinthians that I'm about to bring out.
Yep.
This is 1 Corinthians 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High.
Kind. And as you see right there, that's plain and simple, man. That's the order of all things. We're not free, and you're not free. Okay, we are all under order, and we all have to be under subjection of someone, you know, and that's how this thing rolls smoothly. And obviously, like as I said earlier, we see that the things that are not going this way and how chaotic the world is. You know, the women are ruling this world next to to Big Daddy Esau. You know, and it's disgusting, man. It's disgusting, and you know, our people need to get their shit together. And obviously, 2/3 of them are not going to get their shit together, and that's why the Lord got to come back and destroy this place, man. But you brothers want to say something on that?
Yeah, Kabar got to go on the comment board.
Shalawam,
This second Esdras, chapter 14, verse 13. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
Got to set our house in order, man. The house is messy right now. That's what's going on right now. The house is completely fucking messy. You know, and if the Lord was to come back and see, when he come back and see this, you know, he's pissed off already. You know, he's pissed off, and he's gonna fucking destroy this fucking place. Just how fucking disorder Israel is, how disordered the house is. You know, we need to get this shit. Yep. You got it. What you said?
Hey, just to back it up, hey, we're setting our house in order right now. Hey, we're coming back under the order of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, and we're changing our whole lives around it. This truth has actually allowed us to see what a function and dysfunction is, and we're functionally putting our lives in order, following after the laws, statutes, and commandments, girding up our loins like men, understanding that we need guidance and instruction, which comes from the Heavenly Father and not from this Edomite. And with that being the case, with us being able to build ourselves up, what do? We go out and reprove our people. We wake up the rest of the hopeful elect, Abarat Azah, we're that number. We go and reprove them, and they hear those words and are comforted by it. And what? They renounce corruption and start to put themselves in order. And that starts to, build that house, add another stone to the third temple we're building, which is a perfected temple.
If I could add to you real quick, like I said, one thing about our people that we all know is that our people are very prideful, man. They're prideful, and it's just something about taking orders from somebody that is just like the kryptonite of a Jake, Jake and Eve. It's the kryptonite, taking order. They can't seem to, do it, Whether men, we know that we don't know everything. So if there is a wiser man that has the knowledge, the wisdom, knowledge, understanding to tell us, you need to sit down and listen. And so on and so forth with Eve. We are to guide Eve, and we are supposed to, have our inspiration from Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, following the path of him.
Yeah, getting back to what you said earlier about the Lord coming back and seeing everything out of order, he left us with instructions. He left us with commandments and statutes. So, imagine a father, you leave your kids in charge. You leave the oldest son in charge. You say, okay, I want this done, that done. You leave and come back. It's dishes everywhere. It's dirt everywhere. The kids just running around. There's no order. You go, somebody getting their ass whipped. That's natural, man.
Yeah. And this is not I don't know, y'all brothers may be a little too old for it, but the Cat in the Hat movie. I don't know if y'all ever ran across that, but
yeah, I saw the movie. Kind.
Part of that Cat in the Hat movie, at the end of the movie, throughout the movie, they destroyed the house. They destroyed the house. The house was messy. The shit was horrible, and they never knew how they was going to clean it up. But at the end, at the very last second, they somehow cleaned it up. But that's not the case, man. Our people are so drunk with the wine and the philosophies of this fucking world that, the house can't get cleaned up at the moment until Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI come back and fucking clean this shit up.
Hey, I got a precept to back you up.
You got it, brother.
And this order, and to back up what you said, Ambawat, hey, this order was given down to us, to keep us right, keep us going on the right path. Because as we can clearly see, Jake going off the path, just wherever you live, just go look at your average everyday Jake, and you'll see that it's just madness and bugness. Jake is thing one and thing two out here, just causing more chaos out here. Jake, at least the kids in the Cat in the Hat, they felt bad that the house was messed up, so they wanted to clean it. But Jake, now they don't give a shit if the house is messed up. They don't care if mom or dad comes home. They're gonna smoke. They're gonna smoke mom or dad. That's how reprobate and degenerate our people are. But when we do follow after the law, statutes, and commandments, this is our glory amongst the nations. This is what separates us from them. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4. I'm gonna start at verse 5, and you got it, Bayan.
Okay.
I'm gonna read down to verse 8. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahawah my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes, this order, and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath a power so nigh unto them, as Yahawah our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments, order so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
And that's something that our people disregard. They don't. Our people fail to believe and understand that we have a power that's greater than everything, you know, that is everything, and you know, just want to completely disregard the law, statutes, and commandments that he gave us, you know, for us to be in order, to be this wonderful nation, to be this beautiful nation, you know, because obviously, as we all know, the entire world know, it's not hard to see that, you know, Jake is the most popular people on the face of the earth, you know. Everybody want to be us, but don't nobody want to be us at the same time. That's how wicked shit is, you know. But at the end of the day, we need to understand that being under these law, statutes, and commandments and being in order is something that is very, very beautiful, man. And that's what's going to make the world prosper. If once everything gets in its rightful order.
God.
And hey, if I could say real quick, I would just replying to the bro's message. If I could just say real quick, just backing up what you said, we clearly see that we're the Israelites and that we're the salt of the earth, because everybody follows after what we do, even in our wickedness. So that's a big responsibility right there. Esau is using Jake to lead the world further into darkness. So with that being the case, imagine in the kingdom when we have the laws, statutes, and commandments in us, and we're leading the world in righteousness. Hey, everything, even to the lowest fucking heathen, they're gonna be in order. They're gonna want to be in order, because as it said back in that Deuteronomy chapter 4, they're gonna see the wisdom, the understanding, the prosperity, and the order of us, and the success that comes with it. So they're gonna want to follow suit. So that just goes to show the imperativeness of the order that YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI is set down.
It's just like when the queen saw Solomon, when she saw the order of the kingdom, she fainted, man. She fainted at order. She was like, man, everything is running perfectly, everything's running smoothly. She's never seen anything like it. And we're about to have 144,000 Solomons, man.
Can you brothers, somebody get Revelations 21:3 for me, Baba Kasha?
I got you. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power.
It says the tabernacle of the Most High is with men. Okay? It's with men. We like we read in 1 Corinthians 11:3, you know, that is the order of things. You know, the Lord is dealing with us. You know, he is dealing with us for us to deal down with our women, in, you know, in the kingdom is going to be, you know, with the rest of the nations of, you know, putting his word down, you know. But other than that, it's dealing with men. So everybody else, not everybody else, the women, they need to get in line with that, man, to understand that the Lord is dealing with us, and that, you know, man, just fucking obey and shut the fuck up, man. Like
if I could back really you up,
if
I could back you up, what did it say back in that 1 Corinthians 11? The head of every woman is the man, and as it said in that Revelation, and the Most High's tabernacle dwells with men, because as the Most High is over YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI is over us, we're over the women, and they're supposed to obey us. But that's when everything's in perfect order. What does it say in Jeremiah? I have done a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Oh, you got
yeah. That's on the list. Yep.
Which we can see the fruits of that with women being put in positions over men. It's an emotional, chaotic mess out here. Disorder, broken families, whores, sons of sodomites, just single parent households, men on child support. Every horrific thing, STDs going around everywhere.
Yeah. If I could add to you, Baba Gasha, real quick. Like I said, it's nothing that has come good of women really ruling things. You know, that it hasn't been known in the of history of any fucking woman ruling anything. This is the most power that a woman has ever fucking had, and we in the fucking worst time that we ever been in our fucking lives. But at the end of the day, also too, like I said, backing you up also, Raya, like I said, it's nothing but chaos and bullshit that the women taught us. You know, women taught us to to give your woman the world and so on and so forth, and be that simple man, you know, and so on and so forth. They created simple men. But at the end of the day, you know, that is not the case of how we're supposed to behave. You know, we're supposed to, again, follow under the law, statutes, and commandments, and follow behind YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You got it, brother.
Everything's out of order. Because what does this society teach you? It teaches you to, you know, be a simp, follow after the woman, and do all the romantic stuff, which is supposed to be the complete opposite. How men chase after women is how women are supposed to chase after men. You got men wanting to be pick-me's when it's really women who have to be in the spirit of pick-me, because the man is the prize. And even these these red pill guys will tell you that the man is the prize, because just look at the contributions of men versus women. Even in this degenerate society we live in, who built up this degenerate society? Well, Jake built it up, but Esau built it up off the back of Jake men. Still, men in any great civilization that was built, it was men that did it, and what? It was women that were the pygmies, so to speak, that came under the protection and the civilization of man. But now that we're in this upside down society, everything's out of course. Hence why this society is crumbling. And the people, men and women, are through in it, because nobody is following their order, their their place that they were supposed to be in.
You could bring out that Jeremiah is gonna back him up. I'm Baba Shah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? Question mark.
And I'm just gonna say, we've been those backsliding daughters from from the garden. From the garden all the way up until today, Jake has been backsliding, not wanting to come under that order. And what has happened? With each successive captivity, we've been in a worse and worse case until here we are right now, where, hey, we lost our identities. Our women were just completely over us, bugged out and through.
Yeah. It says, for Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man.
Woman judges, woman cops, a woman talk show host, and we can see all what it breeds: ratchetness and thottery and simps and cups.
If I could add to you real quick, also one of the key words in that thing is a new thing. Okay, it's a new thing. This is not something that has been going on, as you know, as long as as we've been living, but in our past lives, you know. Women has always been in order, and so on and so forth, man. You know, you could go back to look at the way that the women was dressing back in the days, and so on and so forth. You know, it was a shame for them not to cover their entire body. You know, you can watch those movies back in the 30s and 40s and shit like that, and women, they come outside with dresses and shit covering their whole body.
Because if a woman didn't, then what would a man naturally think she is? Oh, she's a prostitute. I can go, you know, talk to her and treat her any which way I want to. Which those Ishmaelites, those so-called Arabs, even though they follow that BS Quran, they still got a Eastern mindset, because when those wars happened in Syria and Libya, a lot of those refugees went into Europe, and they come from the old world where their women are still dressed modestly, and where they think if they see a woman dressing like a hoe, they can treat her as such. So when they went into Europe and saw all these women dressing like whores, they were molesting them, because they naturally thought, oh, you dress like a prostitute, you're a prostitute.
Yeah, it's a new thing on the earth for a woman to just plaster her body around a group of men, and they're all just supposed to be cucked out and sit there and just, you know, you got the yoga pants, you got all this madness.
Pay for their OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Madness.
But then at the same time, it's victim blaming. If a woman gets yoked up for getting drunk at midnight on a Saturday downtown, and she gets taken advantage of, and you say, well, you shouldn't have been drunk, and you shouldn't have been drunk. Oh, you're a misogynist. You're a victim blamer. You hate women. You're an incel. All this stuff.
But like you said, you know, that's just based on of why women are not supposed to be where they at right now, you know, because they're not logical thinkers like men, you know. we can understand logical things. Like you said, that instance right now, if a woman was to go out and, you know, say if a man was to do something to her and she was drunk and so on and so forth, it's like why would you put yourself in that position? Why aren't you inside? You know, that's in the same boat as if I was to have a lot of money, a lot of gold, but I choose to walk around in the hood, in the most grimiest place in the hood. It's like, I understand I'm gonna draw attention and something bad can happen to me, so I'm not going to do that. So henceforth, you know, that's why, you know, women are not supposed to be doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing. It's fairly new and it's definitely not right.
Hey, there, I got a precept to back you up. But hey,
You got it.
a woman's father is supposed to make all her decisions for her until she has her husband, and then her husband makes
Yep.
all her decisions for her. And then who does she make decisions for? The children. And even then, that's only until a certain amount of time. You know, the woman, because when everything's in order, everything works beautifully. A man has his role, which is integral to the family unit, and a woman has. We're not you know, downplaying the women, saying that they, you know, well, women nowadays are worthless, but you know, a woman in her right order, in her motherly, nurturing feminine order, is integral to the family unit. It's integral to society, because what, the woman nurtures up the child to a certain age, you know, yeah, builds them up like their emotional education, so to speak, that nurturing feeling. And then after a time, the father takes over and what, teaches them, for the man, teaches the man how to be a man, and work on society to keep it going.
Just to prove what you just said, like what proves that the woman's role is integral is look what happened to the children when the women all left the home to go into the workforce. What happened to the children? They're destroyed. That lets you know the value of something once you leave. What's the value of a father? Okay, well, let's look at all these fatherless homes. Look at any neighborhood with raised by single mothers. Then you know the value of a father. Look at children that are raised by television, that are raised by the public school system instead of being raised by their mothers. Okay, that's how you see the value of something in its absence. You got it up.
Con, hey,
Yeah.
and a strong father is integral to a son and a daughter, because if you got, because you can't be a simp, cuck, weak father either, because what, that's you might as well just not be there, because what it's everything just works in order when it's under the order of the Most High. But this is a First Peter chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 6. You got it, Bayan. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife. And here's a point, as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
You know, and understand that the woman is the weaker vessel. You know, they're not meant to obviously do the things that we do. You know, they're not supposed to be on the highways and byways and so on and so forth. Their whole entire thing is to be under subjection. But overall, you know, the women are the weaker vessel. You know, Eve was deceived. You know,
Not Adam.
in Genesis, by not Adam. Dealing with the serpent, Eve was the one that was deceived. You know, but through that she went to Adam. But obviously, Adam couldn't be deceived because he was the stronger vessel. He was at one way bahasham YAHAWASHI. But again, Eve fucked
And
it
that's
up.
how. Hey, we can see
Yeah,
it
you got it,
fast
brother.
forward to. We can see it fast forward to today. Esau's going to Eve again, and what does Eve do? She brings all of Esau's philosophies to Jake, and Jake grew up in a single parent household, so he's on mama worship time, pleasing the woman. So Jake becomes emotional, effeminate, and weak. He doesn't become a strong Israelite man, and hence, just look around you. Look at the works of disorder. It speaks for itself. It's getting to the point to where, hey, not just Israelite men, but not, without going too far off tangent, not just Israelite men, but men of other nations in Babylon are fleeing the country to find women, because the women are so low and destitute in this country. It's become a meme. Passport bros.
Yeah. You hear that all, you know, through all these all these red pill
Podcast
and shit. Yeah. You know, they always tell you, every single so-called high value man is gonna tell you that, you know, the best woman is outside of America, you know, out there in Japan and so on and so forth, where your woman is submissive, where your woman is gonna listen to you and obey everything that you need to do, you know, understanding that that is not your role to be out there chasing the bag, man. You know, your role is to fucking help.
Yeah.
And
To help the man
if
while he chased the bag to you know give everybody a better life.
Yeah.
con
People
con
really act like
con
a woman submitting to a man is the worst thing in the world. When you look at what men are asking women to do, it's things that benefit everybody. Okay, cook
right.
healthy food so we don't have to eat junk food. All right, work out, look good, smell nice. Like these are things that like you would think men are asking women to backflip off of a building and stick the landing. Like
To
you don't have
go
Right.
unreasonable requests.
to go fight in a damn war.
Yeah.
Cool, man. And at the end of the day, it's like, man, if you do all this for me, I got you. I'm going to take care of you. Whatever
Yeah.
you need, whatever you want, as long as you obey me and you do what you're supposed to do, which is not that fucking hard. As we all know, we got the harder end of the task. Y'all have the most easiest fucking thing to do. It just fucking shut the fuck up and listen. You know? Be the help. Help. That's all you fucking here to do, man. And everything will go by smoothly. But obviously, again, we're fucked up by Esau philosophies, where Esau told you, yes, queen, be that boss bitch, you know, do what you want to do, and fuck that nigga. You know, we still gonna give you child support and so on and so forth, and you know, whatever you need, you don't need that nigga. You got me. You know, you got Big Daddy E. Big Daddy E gonna take care of you if you know destroy your home. You know, if you get out of order, I got you.
Yeah.
Let
Even
me
the
back you
serpent.
up, kind of just to back you up, Bayan, and check the private chat real quick, Bayan. But just to back up what you said, when a woman
Con,
when a woman is in her natural order, and to any Akim out there that's actually dealt with a feminine woman, it's naturally going to put you in your masculine role. Like
con,
if a woman is you know in her feminine order, she you know she wants the man to take the lead, and wants you to take care of her without you know having a WhatsApp chat with a bunch of different niggas in it, a bunch of different dudes in her phone, all that stuff. She running around flirting with everybody, all that. A man is naturally gonna get in his masculine role and be the protector. And Esau knows that. Esau understands the psychology of men and women, so he's weaponized that. He's
con,
weaponized that, and weaponized it to where men still do all the heavy lifting, still do all what they're supposed to do in their masculine role. But then he's also put the woman in the masculine role as well. So you pretty much got two men fighting each other, going at it. And what's that only
mm-hmm.
going to lead to? The destruction, disorder, and bloodshed.
Con. Can somebody get Genesis 2:18 and Salaki, by the way, Raya? I saw what you said.
Oh, it's all good.
Genesis 2:18.
Con.
This Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. It says, "And Yahweh, our power, said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him."
Con. And who is that help me? Eve. Come on, man. Like it's plain and simple. You know, you're just here to help, man. You're support, you know. You're the support that we need, you know, when we come home and so on and so forth. When we need to relax, when you need to take care of our children and teach our children and so on and so forth. Hold the fort down. You know, while we go out and handle business, you're supposed to stay home and hold the fort down.
And how beautiful.
Help.
Oh, so
Yeah, you got it.
I was just gonna say, like, and most men, as sad as it is to say, most men never experience that, and they're not going to experience it until they die on this side and come back in the kingdom. Imagine working a hard day, you busting your ass, either you the boss on the job, or you got to hear shit from the boss or somebody else. And what do you come home to? You come home to a warm, loving home with a perfect meal prepared. The kids are taken care of. You that's the balance of it. The man goes and does the heavy lifting, and he comes home and gets taken care of. But Jake coming home to cold pots, and Jake coming home to a damn demon, a demon who's ready to fight him like the boss fights him on the job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Y'all brothers got any precept before I go to the next one? Y'all got something y'all want to bring up?
Yeah, I got one for you. Oh,
You got it up.
you got it, Amor.
But just to go with that Genesis 2:18, this back in 1 Corinthians 11, verse 8, it says, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man."
Oh, this is a spirit. You got it.
That's pretty.
You got. Something just came up on the news break. I'm gonna bring it up after you make your point, Bayan.
God, I mean, no, that's pretty plain, man. The woman was made for the man, not the other way around, man. You know, and again, that's the role you need to play. Play your role. You know, that's how you win games in sports. You know, everybody plays their role. You know, that's how everything is supposed to go. That's how everything rolls smoothly. That's how you win at the end, when everything is in order and everything is under control.
And going back to order amongst the men, what does it say about the body of YAHAWASHI? Somebody's the eye, somebody's the ear, somebody's the toes and the fingers. What if everybody wanted to be the eye? Then how would the body move? If everybody wanted to be an ear, how could the body see? Even amongst us, there's a rank and order of everything. And that's why the body works so perfectly. You got brothers that are into the etymology of the words, the Hebrew language, brothers that are into, the history, prophecy, brothers that are teachers. Hence why, and when everybody's, working, knows their roles and their orders, and that's why the body works so perfectly as a well-oiled machine. But just to back up, this is the spirit eye. This is from a news break, and this is a quote made by our King Koopa looking mayor down here to Latoya Cantrell. This is the spirit. This is what she said. "If I were a man," New Orleans Mayor Latoya Cantrell rips affair allegations as sexist bullshit.
Come on, man.
But you were caught cheating with your husband. That's out of order.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah. And you not getting put to death for it, that's out of order. Hence, why you've got so many broken marriages out here. What's the divorce rate in America? Like 70%, maybe even more.
Yeah, it's higher than that. And behind that, it says that the women initiate more divorces than anybody.
Yeah, like 82%, something like that.
And I remember this is what I was remembering, the percentages. When a woman, if a woman's husband is the first man she's ever been with, the divorce rate is around 4%. But if the woman's husband is not the first man she's been with, and if she's been with more than one's bad, but the society's so bad to where you consider if a woman's only had 5 partners, she's a keeper. But if a woman's had more than let's say more than 3 partners, the divorce rate is 70%, even higher.
It goes up with every partner she's had before she gets so-called married, which in the scriptures, of course, marriage is sex. So the first man to pop you, that's your husband. There's a blood covenant, which, when the hymen is broken, but that study's been done several times, and every single time it shows you that women that are with their first sexual partner that are married to them, they almost never initiate divorce, showing you that the way of the Most High, His order is the right way.
And I can out of my time on this planet Earth, I've only ever seen one. I'll say out of 30 years of existing on this planet, I've only ever seen one functional relationship in my entire life. It was a guy I went to high school with, and they were Ishmaelites. Well, as far as I know, it could have been Jake. He was a virgin, and his woman was a virgin. They got married and were each other's first. And from what I see of them, they got a child now, and they've got a happy, functional life together. And that's one example out of 30 years in captivity, 30 years a slave.
That's ideal, but that also real quick. That's ideal, and that sounds like something out of fairy tale book. The way we live in, man. That's mind-boggling right there. To even hear some shit like that.
Now, to give the caveat real quick to you Jakes out there, hey, don't be making that your end-all be-all on this side of the truth. Your first concern should be getting saved, because Don't
Yeah.
don't be praying for a wife out here. I'll just say that. Don't be praying for a
God.
woman. Your first concern should
God.
be in the order, coming under Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, and getting yourself right, and then everything else is going to fall in place. But I was just giving that example to show just how rare it is to see a actual healthy man and woman relationship in these times we're living in.
And they were probably heathen. I was gonna say all of the order and really the reverence that women have for men. You only see that overseas. Like I used to live, overseas and did a lot of traveling. All of the normal relationships, they're in patriarchal societies where women reverence men. And here women, they look down on men, which leads to what? Whoredom.
You just jogged my memory. From what I remember, it was her and she had a sister, and her sister's still single, but her that my friend had married, I don't know what if she went to college or whatever, but that wasn't her first concern. Her first concern was becoming a wife, while her sister wanted to become a businesswoman. Her sister's in her 30s and single, going to Beyonce concerts with Eve.
Yeah, she's through.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
True.
going back to those statistics, like if a woman is college educated, there's a 90% chance she's going to initiate divorce, whereas uneducated is like it's more like 70 to 80. So, of course, women that live life according to the scriptures, they have the better life. Is plain.
Con.
Men that live their life according to the scriptures have a better life.
Oh yeah, for
This
sure.
world governed by the scriptures is a better existence.
God.
Because
Yes,
any problem, any problem to the listeners of this video, you sincere Akim and Akwat out there, any problem you've ever had in your life, when you go to the law on it in the scriptures and actually think about it without emotion and think if the world was governed by it, you would be like, that makes sense. These issues and these heartaches and problems I've been going through would be a non-issue if this world was governed under the order of Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI.
God, the commandments make perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. Baba Gashak, could somebody get Isaiah 3, 3 and 12 for me, Baba Gashak?
I got it for you. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths.
Con. As for my people, children are their oppressors. That's first and foremost Edom with his fucking Salaki. Him with his childish ass, what is that in Ecclesiastes? Woe to
Woe to you when your
mentioning
king is the child.
Mm-hmm.
king is the child. Con, yeah, con, the water.
And you get drunk in the morning, roughly paraphrase.
Yeah, first and foremost, like I said, that's our oppressor right now. That childish son of a gun, But it says after that, and women rule over them. Again, we live in a society where a childish Edomite nation rule over us, and our women rule over us also. And at some point in time, Jake, you need to stand up, man, because 9 times out of 10, you're allowing it to happen. You're not girding your loins up as a man to, stand on business at the end of the day. Eve gonna always try to come up with something to hinder you off of what you want to do to please her. But you need to also know that, if you're doing the work of the Lord, if you're following the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, if it's anything going off with that, it's like it's a no. It's a F no. It's a you can't.
Brother froze.
Right, just to back him up. Hey, Eve looking for a way to kind. These women, these women are in a masculine mindset. So what? I'm gonna speak vulgarly for a second. These women are trying to get their nut off. So you should be trying to get your nut off. Be first and foremost about your concerns, staying on your purpose, so to speak. And the purpose in the world is what these red pill guys say. But what's the purpose of a man of the Lord, an Israelite, to follow after the order of Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI? That's our sole purpose. That's the whole duty of man.
God.
This is my last one. If y'all brothers got some before I bring this out, y'all got a precept you want to bring out?
I'll get one after you, and that's all I got too.
No, I just got one more.
Con. Okay, just finishing up my point. Can the brother bring out Ephesians 4:22 for me?
Ephesians 4:22.
Con.
Letter to the Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 22. It says that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
Con. And understand, man, that is an old man that you have to get rid of, man. Speaking to the Jakes in the world, to the men that want to follow behind YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, understanding that a lot of us have walked that path back in the day, man, because that's what we was taught. We was taught to give the woman the world, happy wife, happy life, and so on and so forth. You want to always please your woman and keep your woman happy, and that's how you're going to be happy. But like I said, that's not what it is, man. You need to get rid of that old man and understand, like, no, it's an order to this thing, man. It's an order to this thing. And at the end of the day, by me standing on business and doing the works of the Lord, following YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, doing what is actually right, that is the new man that you need to become and get rid of that old man.
It says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which is after Yahweh, is created in righteousness and true holiness.
The new man, which is after YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, is created in righteousness and true holiness, man. But that's plain and simple. Start, girding up your loins, Jake. Gird up your loins and Eve, man. Chill the hell out, man. Chill the hell out and fucking relax and let's get out this thing, man. Make it easier for the brothers,
But hey, a lot of you demons anyway ain't gonna make it if you with the man of the Lord. A lot of y'all are just a placeholder right now until he gets sent somebody who's in their right mind, who's willing to get in that order. Now I'll give that caveat. You do have sincere sisters out there, whether they aren't with the man of the Lord right now, or if they are, if the shoe fits, wear it. You know what you need to do, and if you're doing the right thing, just continue doing it. It's as simple as that.
And they're not doing videos trying to correct the men of the Lord. They're
exactly.
not trying to teach the scriptures with a head wrap on. They're not bugged. Well, they're still bugged out, but they're at least humble enough to know, okay, these are the teachers, these are the prophets. Let me at least try to get in order, and hopefully the Lord will have some kind of mercy on me.
But you brothers got it. I'm done with mine.
It's just one verse. This is Proverbs 16, verse 11. A just weight and balance are Yahweh's. All the weights of the bag are his work. A just weight and balance. Hey, no trickery, no deceit, no weights off kilter so you can rob somebody. Everything in balance, in order, everything weighed justly and the right amount given out, which is the laws, statutes, and commandments in the orders of Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI getting set down, which, as we've been going into in this lesson, once everything is said and done, and that holy order, that righteous order is set back in place, everything's going to be fine. Men are going to be good. Women are going to be good. Children are going to be good. Animals, the environment, everything. Even the heathens are going to be good.
If I could back you up real quick, like I said, and Jake, man, don't be afraid to understand that it is okay to put things in order, man. Because Yahweh is a man, is a power of order. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI are, of order. So let everything be done in decently in order, and as you just brought out, what you read in that Proverbs,
a just weight and a balance are Yahweh's.
Yep, it's a balance to everything, and it's an order to everything, man. You just got to figure out what it is and go through with it, and make sure you stand on it at the end of the day. But you got it, Amawat.
That's the spirit you said that. This precept is going to tell you that the Most High is about putting things in order. This Psalms chapter 50 and 21, it says, "These things hast thou done, and I kept silence." This is the Most High speaking to Esau, who's the wicked. He says, "Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes." So the Most High is setting his people in order right now in the midst of these heathen. He's putting the Israelite man back in his proper order. And from that is going to come the kingdom of heaven and righteousness being established on the earth. He's setting us in order. So, you know, like the brother was saying, you Jakes that are still in that Keith Sweat spirit, that Drake spirit, that, you know, that put that woman first, Jaheim spirit, you're not right, man. Put your house in order, put yourself in order underneath Yahweh, bahasham YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI is supposed to be your head. And from that, that's when the natural order, just everything runs smoothly.
And just to back you up real quick, it was one of the brothers, I believe it was a brother in Oakland, California. He did a video talking about just how we're vibrating on a different level as we're getting put in order. He was giving an example about how he went to a sandwich shop, and he said the guy in the sandwich shop, something just came over him, and he just automatically had energy in him. And the brother said that was the best sandwich he ever had, because when the brother walked in, his vibration, which is in order, which as with all of us, as we're getting put in order, we're vibrating as a higher level. Hey, it goes all, it pushes that vibration onto other people, and then what does it do? It naturally makes them want to be better, want to do better. That's the order of Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI. But under the order of the devil, Esau, and his low vibration, you've got everybody in a Peter Pan scumbag spirit.
Yeah, what does it say in Sirach 10? As is the ruler, so are the officers. So if the ruler is crooked, wicked, out of order, the whole society is going to be out of order. But when the righteous king is in total rulership and dominion, the whole kingdom is going to be in order.
Con.
That's all you brothers got?
Con.
So, you know, ending this off, man, like I said, first and foremost, Jake, man, gird up your loins, man. You know, that simple spirit needs to be erased. It's going to be erased, but, you know, start on that right now, man. Start on that, gird up your loins, be a man of Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI, following the ways of Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI, and understand that everything is about order in this thing, you know. If you're new to this thing is about order, you know. Everything has to be in order. Get your house in order. Get yourself in order, like the brother Amawad said, you know. And again, for Eve, man, chill out. Simple as that, man. Chill out and obey. You know, simple as that. But we pray that this lesson was edifying. Prior to leaving, we're going to give infinite honors and prayers to
Yahweh bahasham YAHAWASHI bahasham
Rakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and you Akim and Aqua that believe. And Shalawam.
Shalawam.